Hello, welcome to a new edition of the Right Wing Populist Podcast. I am the Right Wing Populist. So today I want to talk about how much of an asshole Kyle Kulinski is from Secular Talk. But before we do, please remember to subscribe, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. I really appreciate it. So for those who don't know, Kyle Kulinski is sort of the creator of the unfortunately somewhat popular left-wing YouTube channel, Secular Talk. She happens to be married to Crystal Ball, who's that idiot left-wing commentator on Breaking Points. Um, they're both not very smart, so I guess it makes sense they would get together. I guess dumbness attracts each other. And Kulinski sort of used to be like kind of more of an interesting left-wing commentator. He's sort of, he's been around since like 2013, 2014. He really became sort of prominent in left-wing circles because he was such a vocal supporter of Bernie Sanders during the 16 and 20 Democrat primaries. And you know what? He was always sort of like kind of more of a reasonable critic of Donald Trump. He was certainly a critic, but like his criticism was usually like consistent. Like it flowed from his ideology. It wasn't very hackish during the first Trump term. But ever since Trump got reelected, like, bro has lost his fucking mind. He's become like a boomer left-wing MSNBC zombie dude. I mean, it's like insane. Like, he posts these like retarded memes on his Twitter, like it's edgy. Like he like brags about like, oh my god, I shouldn't say he brags, but he like makes a big deal that you'll have like Jon Stewart. Like, it's like 2004. Like, oh my god, do you see what Jon Stewart said last night? Do you see what South Park said about Trump? Wow, guys, this is really edgy. They got Donald this time. It's like, bro, no one cares about Jon Stewart. No one cares about fucking Eric Cartman. It's 2025, not 2005, bro. Like, who cares? But he like makes a big deal about it on Twitter. And yesterday, he posted this ridiculous, disgusting, not ridiculous, it's a disgusting image. An image of a fake costume called Fake Grieving Widow Grifter Costume. And it's Erica Kirk. For those who aren't watching on YouTube, you can't see it. It's like, spirit costume thing. It's a fake costume, and it's Erica Kirk, and it's called a Fake Grieving Widow Grifter. How is Erica Kirk a fake grieving widow, exactly? She's not really grieving that her husband was shot in public, assassinated in public. Why? Because she's not like crying 24/7? I mean, Erica Kirk has shown incredible grace, considering what happened to her and her family. And you have people who are like analyzing every little thing she does. Oh my god, she's not crying. She's not showing emotion. It's like, man, I don't really show emotion when I've been sad. That's humans are different. Maybe that's a little bit less common with women to some extent, but like everyone deals with grief differently. And yeah, she's not grifting. She's just carrying her husband's legacy forward by continuing to, help run, Turning Point USA. That doesn't mean she's a grifter. I mean, that's like disgusting. And thankfully, he's being roasted in the comments. Again, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you can't. By the way, he met Charlie Kirk back a couple of years ago. You can see that. They took a picture together at Politicon. But I like this garbage human. It's sort of Uno reverse with him being the costume and Kulinski being the garbage human costume. I like that. If you can't see it on YouTube, you should check it out. So I'm happy to see the comments roasting him because he is it's just a terrible thing to say about, and that's not the only thing he's been going on about her. Again, he's like posting these ridiculous memes like, fucking bomb Venezuela. There seems to be a mistake. I voted for peace. Wow, Kyle. Real edgy, bro. Oh, feel for it again. Yeah, you're real edgy, bro. And again, he's posting South Park stuff. Again, if you can't see this on YouTube, I apologize. But, I mean, he's just become a boomer. But it's like, he's making fun of her for the fact that he's hugging, Erica Kirk is hugging people that are trying to console her during her time of grief. You see a picture of her hugging Jesse Waters and J.D. Vance. And then Kulinski says, what stage of grief is this? It's like, what do you mean? She's hugging people that are consoling her. What do you mean, what stage of grief? What are you talking about, bro? What is wrong with you, you fucking faggot? You've just become a left-wing boomer. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What stage of grief? It's like, what? Okay, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? And, There's more stuff, by the way. I'll find it. I'm looking through his Twitter page. I mean, he's been posting more stuff about her. He's posting again. He's posting weird things about Ted Cruz, about APAC. I mean, like, I don't like APAC, but like, whatever. But it's like, then he posts a meme picture of her at a wedding with J.D. Vance, Erica Kirk at a wedding with J.D. Vance. It's like, what? Like, what is wrong? Well, first off, it's a little weird how obsessed he seems to be with Erica. I don't know, maybe Crystal Ball isn't draining his balls. That could be the problem. It's like, Crystal Ball ain't good at draining balls, bro. That's okay, Kyle, but I think maybe Kyle's taking out his sexual frustration on Erica Kirk. I don't know. Erica's very pretty. She's prettier than Crystal Ball is. She's a little bit younger, too, so I guess that makes sense. And she's smarter than Crystal Ball, too. Crystal Ball's an idiot. I guess that's why Kulinski and her got together. And I feel hopefully they don't have any kids together. I don't know. That wouldn't be good. But so you have him. It's like, it's just weird, dude. It's so fucking weird that he's like obsessed with Erica Kirk. And like, and then he makes a joke about like couches with JD Vance. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, bro was just lost the plot. Kyle Kulinski. And again, let me go into his history a little bit more. Like, he used to be somewhat reasonable, even from like a right-wing perspective. Like, he would debunk Russiagate during the first Trump term. He was much more reasonable. He made fun of people who would post boomer memes, but now, as you can see here on if you're watching on YouTube, he's like posting dumb Jesus Christ memes. Sell your possessions, give to the poor, then come follow me. And then you have someone saying, you're a communist. It's like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. If you're a Christian, you can't be a capitalist. I guess that's the point of the meme Kulinski posted on Twitter or X. It's like, what happened to bro? He used to be like a based left winger. Now he's become a gay ass lame boomer con. And for those who don't know, he also famously predicted that there was no scenario where Trump won the 2024 presidential election. He literally said he didn't see any realistic scenario of Trump winning. That just shows you how smart or lack of intelligence this person is. His wife did the same thing, by the way. Again, great couple. Talk about a power couple. They're like a retarded couple. I mean, the retardation that comes from these two people, it's just it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's insane. And again, I don't understand what is the issue with Erica Kirk. First off, just being consoled by people who care about her and her family and who cared about Charlie Kirk. What, because J.D. Vance is consoling her? She wants to fuck him and marry him now, Kyle? And what makes her a grifter? The fact that she's now carrying on her late husband's legacy and running Turning Point? Look, you're allowed to obviously criticize her if she wants to remain in the public for her political activism, obviously. But Kulinski isn't doing that here. He's making fun of her for the fact that she's a widow and that she's not like being overly emotional all the time. And the fact that several, there are people that care about her and have tried to console her, including J.D. Vance. It's like, and I guess Erica Kirk said something to the fact that JD reminded her of her husband. Maybe, and like that's another sign that, oh my God, she's like hitting on JD. It's like, first off, to the extent they kind of remind, it might be because they're both were not necessarily the best looking people, let's be honest. I love Charlie, I love JD Vance, but both aren't, not the most aesthetically pleasing individuals. But like, whatever. She can say what she wants. They're both, in all seriousness, JD was very smart, just like Charlie was, and fighting for the same cause. So of course she may, see some kinship between JD and what her late husband stood for. So it's just such a garbage thing to post. You're posting memes of her being a fake grifter widow. Just disgusting. I mean, he should be ashamed of himself. And then he goes after, he has basically said that if you were a Trump supporter this past election cycle, you're irredeemable, that you're a bad person. It's like, bro, the tweets are there. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but if I need to, I will. It's like, dude, you can't be saying shit like that and then mock a widow the way you're doing. It's just fucking gross, dude. It's like, this just goes to show you the left does have a problem with violence. Not just committing violence, but being okay with violence and making fun of violence. This is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing problem. And, to be clear, Kulinski, I don't think has necessarily tried to justify Kulinski's, Kirk's murder, but he's making fun of it effectively. And he's making fun of he's making fun of Kirk's wife. I mean, just a garbage human being, just a garbage thing to do. And it's a shame. It's a shame to see what happened to him. He used to be a pretty reasonable guy, kind of a funny guy. Now he's just like a conspiracy theorist who, you know, only wants to talk about Epstein and the fact that Trump's going to steal the 26 midterms and the 28 presidential election. Kulinski has also said that the 2024 election was rigged, by the way. He's one of these people that criticize Trump for doubting the 2020 election, but then Kulinski. It's okay when Kulinski wants to question the legitimacy of an election, but if Trump and Republicans do it in 2020, then that's, oh my God, bro, he needs to be put in jail. It's like he literally had Greg Palast on and just let Greg Palast just spew bullshit about why Kamala really won the 24 election with no pushback. It's on his YouTube channel, so check it out. I'm not making that up. So Kulinski's a hypocrite, he's a retard, and he's a bad person. So, yeah. Anyway, just a shame to see that happen to him. Again, I'm not, look, he still says some reasonable things about Israel, and, he's been critical of Trump for, pushing regime change in Venezuela, and I appreciate that in all seriousness. But overall, dude has lost his mind, and he is a bad person. So, I don't usually do podcasts on Sundays, but after seeing some of the stuff he's been posting, I had to do at least a short pod discussing it because, very disturbing. Very disturbing. So, anyway, that's enough about Kulinski. One last thing before we go. I do want to do a little bit of an update on the upcoming elections this Tuesday. I'll probably go over it more in detail on Monday. I did do a breakdown of what I thought was going to happen back on Friday with an article and a podcast discussing my article. Only slight changes is I do think in the Virginia governor's race, the Democrat may win by 10 points as opposed to 7. I think that's probably the range, either 7 to 11 points for the Democrat to win. And I think the Republican Attorney General candidate will likely still win, but it might be closer to 1 to 2 points instead of 3 to 4. Because the early vote in Virginia doesn't look great for Republicans. I really hope Jones, the Democrat candidate for Attorney General, doesn't win because the dude's, wannabe serial killer. Bro just wants to kill Republican babies. I mean, it's sort of insane that he's even still competitive, but it is what it is. And so anyway, I wanted to add that because the early vote in Virginia honestly doesn't look good for Republicans in New Jersey either. But I still think that race is going to be really close. Alice Intel released a poll in New Jersey that has the Democrat only up a point. So, New Jersey will be close. It'll be closer than the Virginia governor's race for sure, but I still think the Democrats favored in both. So I'll probably do more of a breakdown tomorrow, give my full updated predictions, but they're pretty much still the same. So anyway, thanks for listening, folks. Please remember to subscribe again, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys.